This young kid right here just sold a concrete sidewalk to this elderly lady for $1,400 and just got 2 million views. Let's watch it and see if we can learn something. You lose thousands of dollars using this device right here. He can't afford to lose any money. He's already the lowest priced concrete contractor in his city.
The total square footage of this area.
What is up, everybody? We're back with another one. Today, we got a little reaction video. The last one did fire, got 20,000 views, so why not try another one? And today, the video we are reacting to is of a 14-year-old contractor that went viral on TikTok for underbidding jobs. Let's go, baby. Let's get right into this. Let me tell you real quick. I'm bringing to the stage. See this little guy right here? He's actually a TikToker from Indiana. Hundreds of thousand followers. He doesn't know how to do concrete, and he's reacting to this. So we're going to react to him, reacting to this, blah, blah, blah. We're going to show you this 14-year-old that's doing concrete work, and I'm going to bring you guys some value today, especially to you concrete guys that are not quite there yet. You're not quite out on your own yet, but you want to be. And this should definitely give you some inspiration to get out on your own. I'm going to teach you guys how to do it. I'm going to show you exactly the programs, the apps, the software that you use to get jobs, and it's all free, baby. So I'm going to show you that today. As far as regular videos, I am no longer editing on a tablet. I am editing on a computer, as you see in the background. I'm trying to learn. There is a little bit of a learning curve, but today we're doing a reaction video. Let's go, baby.
This young kid right here just sold a concrete sidewalk to this elderly lady for $1,400 and just got 2 million views. Let's watch it and see if we can learn something.
All right, so you heard. Let's talk about the facts. He's 14 years old. He just got 2 million views. And you know what? He is killing it on TikTok.
This is my client, Mrs. Sharon.
And for years, she has been wanting a walkway leading up to her porch.
All right, so I had to put a little AI in there because there's music in the background and it'd be copyrighted. But you hear him say, for years, she's wanted a walkway leading up to her porch. Now, this 14-year-old kid, he is a landscaper. That's how he got into it. Same way as the guy that's reacting to this video, a landscaper that's starting to do concrete jobs. And you know what? You can do this too. I'm going to teach you how to get these jobs. But here we go. So look, he's had a relationship with this lady for a while. He has known that she's wanted concrete jobs. And I know some of you guys know some people that need concrete jobs. So that's how you get your first ones. But there's other ways to get more from people you don't know. And I'm going to teach you how to do that at the end.
Asked me, did I do concrete? And I said, yes, we most definitely do.
And the good thing is, she already had a design.
All right, so look, he is talking very professionally. I love how he's coming out with this video. Now, as you see at the top, it says $1,400 concrete walkway. That is too low, and I'm going to tell you why.
So we end up coming out Sunday to do a complete job walk with her.
Why is this elderly lady marking the sidewalk? I have never had a customer spray off the sidewalk.
Definitely, sometimes lay out a garden hose, paint it. Let that customer paint some of it. You know why? Because if you do what he painted, you can't get in, you're doing it right. You know what I mean? So you can paint it, but always check with the customer.
This next part really confuses me. And no, not the fact that he still has the packaging on his brand new wheel that he just picked up. Is he measuring linear footage or is he measuring square footage?
You should always measure square footage, but on a little job like this, trust me, don't even worry about square footage. That's under 1 yard. Hold on. Let's get back to this.
Footage is length times width. He measures the length and then just keeps measuring the width. And that would be linear footage. It should be very easy to calculate the actual square footage of this tiny little job. Then he starts talking shit about tape measures. You should definitely probably be using a tape measure when you're measuring a 3-foot gap because
he's right. Always use a tape measure when you're bidding these little jobs. For one, you look more professional than doing it with this wheel. You don't really look like a concrete guy if you're using a wheel. I'm just saying.
This wheel is not very accurate for that. Also, no. Once this wheel is about 3 to 6 months old, it's going to be about 10% off. So when you're...
I did not know that. He's saying your wheel will get 10% off after 6 months. So you need to switch and get new ones. Your tape measure ain't never going to go wrong. Even a 100-footer, it's never going to stretch. It's going to be exactly right.
You're measuring up your 80 by 100 warehouse and you're off 10%, you lose thousands of dollars using this device right here. He can't afford to lose any money. He's already the lowest priced concrete contractor in his city.
The total square footage of this area is only 35.
Did you just say that to a 14-year-old? The lowest, he's right. But you know what? He's not really a concrete contractor. What's funny is I found my very first estimate the other day I found it. Okay. My very first estimate jobs just like this. I did 2 or 3 jobs in one pour on my very first job. And I found that. I tell you what, that guy was bidding higher than me. When you first start, you are going to bid low. That's okay. You know why? Because when you bid low, you know you're going to get the work and you need to get that work. Spring's coming up. You really don't even have to go back to work for the guy you're working for. I'm telling you, I'm going to give you guys some game in this video. All right.
Square feet. It's not going to be a lot of concrete that's going to be installed.
And this is going to be
Hold on.
Thousands of dollars using this device right here. He can't afford to lose any money. He's already the lowest priced concrete contractor in his city.
The total square footage of this area is only 35 square feet. It's not going to be a lot of concrete that's going to be installed.
and this is going to be good for the client. All she wants is easy access to her house.
The total price of this job ended up coming out to be $1,400.
All right, let's go over that real quick. He said the total price is $1,400. All right, so 35 square feet is less than a half a yard of concrete, but you have to order at least one. They're not going to send you anything less than one. A lot of you guys got to use volumetric mixers, which is even more expensive. Now with a ready mix, 1 yard of concrete is going to cost you $450. So look, he charged $1,400 for the sidewalk. So now you're down to $950. You got to pay maybe 2 guys for coming and help you wheel. That's $100 a piece. I'm sure you did it for cash, but look, so now you're down to $750. Of course, you have to spend a little bit more in gas. You got tools. Now you might sub it out to somebody, but you ain't going to get a subcontractor to come in there and pour it for less than $750, and that would just break you even. So you're going to have to do the work yourself. You really don't know how, but if you've been working for somebody, you know how. Okay. So look, you need to increase that $1,400. I'm telling you why. Never, ever, ever, ever bid a job under $2,500. That should be your bare minimum price that you charge. Because look, if this guy, let's go here. If this kid does one thing wrong, one little thing goes wrong, say a little rain cloud pops up. If he probably wouldn't have plastic because he's not really a concrete guy, but I'm proud of you, son. I'm telling you, I'm proud of you for doing what you're doing. But if a rain cloud, if one little thing goes wrong, that laborer didn't come to help you, you got to pour it yourself. Hopefully he didn't pour over these leaves and stuff, but I'm just saying that $1,400 concrete walkway job, you're only making $750. That's actually $50 in gas. You're only making $700, which isn't bad money. Took you 2 days to do it, probably a day to prep. He didn't put any stone in it, so maybe he could knock it all out in one day. He's already got the forms up there. There's leaves in there and stuff. I'm not making fun of the kid. He's 14 years old. He's going to live. He's going to learn. But $700, he walks away, $350 a day. He probably ain't going to make that working for somebody doing landscaping. But everything has to go right to make $700. And that's before your tools and your forms. That's you got to buy forms too. I forgot about that. Another 100. So you're down to $600, $300 a day. But the first day was only about 4 hours because it probably took him about 4 hours to form this up. I'm just saying, probably take me 20 minutes, but I've been doing it 20 something odd years. Anyways, I haven't been a contractor that long, but I'm still going to give you guys some game. So hold on, let's get back to this video.
So let me know in the comments if you think this was a good price.
Nope. All right, so now Eric, this guy right here, he's going to clown a little bit on him using this wheel. So let's get into this wheel. I might have to edit this out. Let's just see what he's doing here.
No, it's not. It's going to cost you thousands.
Now, a lot of you are using tape measures to get the square footage of an area.
Yes, especially something that's
That's
small.
a waste of time. This wheel can do it 10 times faster.
No, it can't.
And also, I don't need another person holding the other end of the tape measure, which saves
Look, I think the kid's trolling right
me
here.
more money on labor.
2 people
Now,
per
I know
tape
all you
measure?
nerds are commenting saying,
You
use
are
the
paying
digital
the camera
one. It's
guy.
way better. Well, I tried it, and it sucks. And even more important, the setup takes way too long. I don't want to spend hours at a job site. I want to get in, and I want to get out.
All right, so what he's talking about is an app called Mosier. Now, if you're really doing some stuff that's technical, I would use it. But for this little thing, you don't even have to measure it. You can just look at it. I would go right up and I would tell him, right off the bat. My minimum is $2,500. But and don't even say but, because that makes it sound like you're. I'm going to tell you how to run this bid here in just a minute. But let's get back to this video. I will get to all that, I promise.
Let me know in the comments if you measure by wheel or you're still stuck using tape
Tape
measures.
measure, baby.
Definitely using a tape measure.
You look ridiculous measuring something 35 square feet, 3 feet wide with a wheel. The wheel that's still in its packaging is not accurate for little tiny things. You can't get right up next to something. And for big things, once this thing is 3 to 6 months old, it's gonna be about 10% off. So when you move up in the world and you're doing a 60 by 80 warehouse and you're 10% off, you will lose thousands of dollars if you stick with this method. Use a tape measure or use Mosier.
Mosier, he said it. Check into that if you're doing really hard stuff. But I use a tape measure, definitely 100-footer, whatever, it doesn't matter. 300-footer if I have to. But look at this kid right here. He did a $2,800 landscaping job. He probably worked way harder on the concrete job, but I want you to take a look at this dude. We're just going to look at him. He's 14. Look at him. He's out there doing these jobs. And we are still working for other people doing concrete, running their jobs for them, doing all the work. I know I've been there. That's why I went out and did mine. And let me also tell you something. There is so much room on YouTube for concrete, guys. You guys have no idea. And I know I'm talking to myself. I need to be more consistent. By the way, I do have a banger ready. Not ready. Editing right now, halfway done. I'm doing it on a computer. Learning curve. I like it, though. I like it. But let's get back to this video real quick. 14 years old. Let's check it out.
Doing a 60 by 80 warehouse and you're 10% off, you will lose thousands of dollars if you stick with this method. Use a tape measure or use Mosier.
Look right here, man. 14. Check him out. You know what I mean? He's very professional, the way he talks to the customers, the way he presents himself on TikTok. This kid is going to have a lot of followers. I think he's got 5,000 followers right now.
I charged the homeowner $3,000 to extend her current patio by 250 square feet.
All right, so he's doing another concrete job. You heard him say $3,000 right here. I think he has learned his lesson on that first job, because this one's not much bigger than the other one. And when I said your minimum needs to be at least 2,500, that was 2 years ago. Now, as prices go up, he hit this one right on the button. Let's hear what he's got to say. I will rewind it in case you guys missed something. Here he is, though. Check him out.
I charged the homeowner $3,000 to extend her current patio by 250 square feet.
All right, so hold on. Let's check this out real quick. I cannot divide really good in my head, so we're going to check this out. 250 square feet. How do you figure concrete anyway? You take 250 square feet, divide that by 79, boys. Can you see that? Divide that by 79. That's going to tell you how many yards of concrete you need. 3.16. You might as well order 4. But I'm telling you, 3 yards. Don't order no 3 yards. You got to order 4. For one, there's a minimum charge. So you're not going to run out if you order 4. And the minimum charge, if 3 is the same price as 4. So don't cut it short. Just go ahead and order 4. But he hit this one right on the button. So we're $3,000 for 3 yards. That's actually a little bit on the low side, but at least he learned his lesson a little bit. Let's see what he's got to say.
I actually ended up selling this job because the homeowner's daughter was really interested in extending their current patio that was in the backyard. So I actually ended up coming out the following weekend and taking measurements, and I quickly sent off the proposal to the homeowner. And without any hesitation, she actually ended up agreeing, and we'll be seeing her next year to install her new concrete patio. Let me know in the comments how much you would have charged for a job like this.
All right, what would I have charged? About 3,500, 4 grand, probably 4. All has to be buggied in, of course. He's using a wheelbarrow. I'm sure he doesn't have a buggy. He might rent one. He might get in trouble. But what you heard him say for this coming year, he's already sold work for the spring. He sold concrete jobs. That one was a bit low, but he learned his lesson and did raise it. What did we learn on this? We're going to go over a lot of things here. Here is going to be the value, boys. What did we learn on this? Well, we learned not to bid jobs low, for one. There's no point. We also learned that we need a lot of estimates to be able to bid jobs how we want to do it. Okay? Now think about this. If you do one job for 5 grand, or you do 2 jobs for 2,500, what's the better? What's better for you? say doing the one job for 5 grand is better. So when you're doing your estimates, lean towards the high side because you're going to have so many estimates. It's not even funny. I'm going to tell you how to get all these estimates. Shut up. We're Snapchatting right now. Anyways, how do we get these jobs, Bobby? Well, we are going to take advantage of Facebook, not Facebook Marketplace, although you can, but I wouldn't suggest that. You're not going to get the best quality customers off there. You're going to take advantage. Wow, whoa, don't spill your secrets, Bobby. Somebody might steal them. You know what? I'm here to help you guys. I don't think any of the local concrete guys follow me. By the way, speaking of local concrete guys, I don't care how big and strong they are. Grub Mud passed them. Why? Because Grub Mud has 250,000 subscribers on YouTube. 250,000 gives you the social proof, and you guys might not believe this, but gives you the social proof to be able to be an expert in your field. When I go on a bid, do you think I tell them that I have 250,000 subscribers on YouTube? Hell to the yes, I do. You don't get 250,000 subscribers by doing bad work. You get 250,000 subscribers by making fun of people doing bad work. But of course, we don't tell them that. And of course, we do have some long form videos. They hit the algo. So it's not like we're just all shorts. A lot of people think I'm just a shorts creator. But what I'm getting at, I don't need to do all that. I'm an everything creator. But what are we getting into? All right. So we get back into how do we get these jobs? We're going on Facebook. We're not going on Facebook Marketplace, although you can, but here's the better one. You're going to go into Facebook groups in your local area. You're going to post pictures of your work, and you're going to give your company a name. Right now, you're going to give your company a name. You don't have to go and LLC it right away. All right, now that you've came up with your name, we are going to make a post on all of the chatter groups in your area, the local ones, the ones that people talk about, all the guys that are, sneaking around neighborhoods and blah, 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 suspicious car. All right, you're going to post in those areas. Now you got to be careful because some of them don't want, or they only let you post about your business on certain days. You're definitely going to take advantage of that. Also, there's another app called Nextdoor. We are going to take advantage of the Nextdoor app because with Nextdoor, you're going to be the only one posting concrete pictures over there. You are going to get so many calls off of Nextdoor. It's not even funny. I'm sitting here trying to tell you. Nextdoor is how I started my business. I use a lot of Facebook now. Don't use a lot of Nextdoor anymore because they started cracking down on me, and I turned my account to a business account, so now I can post over there. So you also want to make sure you turn your account to a business account, which is very easy. You want to do that on Facebook and Nextdoor. But Nextdoor is going to be the banger for you. Make a post, show your pictures. Do not steal pictures off the internet. This is a big one. If you do not have any pictures of your own work, ask your boss if you can use some pictures of the work that you did. You're not going to call it your company. You're going to be totally honest. Okay. You are going to have to kind of bid a little lower at first to make sure you get some work. But you're not going to bid $1,200 for a patio. So look, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start getting calls in. We're going to go out there with 2 people. We're going to use a tape measure. We're going to write stuff down. We're going to commit for one of these people, actually both, but really one of these people are going to build rapport with this customer. You're going to find some sort of a connection with this customer, and you're going to talk about it. But you're not going to talk about you. You're going to let him talk about him. Why? Because people love talking about themselves. So once you build, one of these people builds rapport with this guy, you're going to start talking concrete. And the other guy is going to come in and talk and give professional tips as the other one is bidding it, talking with them. Okay. The other person is still writing everything down. You're going to show up in a nice truck. You're not going to show up in a beater. You can, but it's better. Even if you have to take a nice car, whatever, but it's best to show up in a decent looking pickup truck or a work truck. Pickup truck to me is a work truck. So now that you've gotten all this, you have to have basically a script of how you're going to sell this job. At the very end, you're going to tell them this. You're going to say this. They really don't want to hear it, but we're the only ones using form liners around here, and it's going to give you that look. it's going to give you that look that nobody else has around here. Here is a picture. You are going to bring your tablet with you, and you're going to show them a gorgeous picture of your work. You're going to show them gorgeous pictures of your work, and you're also going to tell them you got to have some sort of a script. We use 4,000 stone air. We use fiber. We recommend that you use wire mesh, especially if you're using pouring a driveway. But as long as, you know, we get our base really good. We compact our base with water 3 or 4 times, because concrete gets all its strength from its base, really. Rebar stuff, they don't even use it here. So if I recommend using wire, I'm not putting that in the bid. That is a recommendation that costs extra. You have to bid jobs like your area. So my area doesn't use, get out of the picture. Get out, get out, get out. Sorry about that. So my daughter, I love her to death, but she can't be in this video. So look, you're going to go with how your area bids. If your area does not use rebar, if your area does not use wire mesh, you're not going to include that in the bid unless you already charge extra for it. But I'm trying to come close to these other bids, but be just a little bit higher. Okay, so you bid at how people bid in your area, because if you bid at, people don't look, people in my area, they don't care if it's got wire or rebar in it, because they see people pouring without wire and rebar all the time. So if you tell them that it needs wire mesh, you know, we put wire mesh in it. If it's a little job, so you can get a little bit of a advantage against some people. But what I wanted to really say is, look, I got people hitting me up all over the place. So we're going to go over this one more time. Hold on one second. Charlie, can you leave? All right. We're going to go over this one more time. We are going to post pictures to Facebook groups in your local area. This is the #1 way that you're going to get jobs. Or Nextdoor. Nextdoor is really good if you want to use Nextdoor. I still to this day love Nextdoor. That's how I started my business. When I started my business, I got clean. I got off. When I started my business, I had to go for it. Luckily, my dad joined, and we got a killer team now. You're going to use those Facebook groups. So you're going to use Nextdoor. You're going to post pictures. You're going to say spring discounts. You're going to get these people thinking. Make sure you post a good little ad. It's very easy to do. You can use Photoshop. You can use a lot of different things. Canva. You can just post pictures. I do suggest making it like a thumbnail picture, especially on Facebook with some text in it, because Facebook, a lot of people are muted as they're watching. But anyway, like I said, man, this 14-year-old's killing it. I'm very proud of him. It should inspire everybody to get out there and get on that grind. If a 14-year-old, he's coming in a little cheaper, but I guarantee you in a year, a little bit longer, he's not going to be cheap like that. He's going to be probably one of the best companies to hire around there. When you in that social proof, that helps a lot. Now I have social proof on YouTube, which is like the #1. I also have social proof on TikTok with like 13,000 followers over there. I don't really try over there. And then Facebook, I got 3,000. Don't really try over there. I don't want to be big on all the other platforms. I chose just to try to do YouTube, and that's what I'm doing. So much, especially just one person. Maybe if I expand out, but what I'm getting at is make sure you pick one of the platforms and go for it. Instagram, you got Instagram, Rumble. Did I say Rumble? Instagram, Rumble. You got TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. Okay, and maybe Clapper, but I might suggest going to that Rumble. I'm dead serious about this. And there's also something else I'm going to try this year. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but try to be different than the people that come before you. We need more concrete guys on YouTube. I'm sitting here trying to tell you, but when you do it, make sure you get 5 videos ready before you post. Hit me up if that's what you're wanting to do. I can give you some pointers. And as far as the 14-year-old, man, keep on grinding. That is awesome. It should inspire you. It inspires me to get out there and get that grind. Start selling jobs now. Start getting those ads out there. Why? Because you can throw out those higher numbers right now, or you can do spring discounts, whatever you need to do. But like I said, I'd rather do 1 job for 10 grand than 3 jobs for 33,000. You know what I mean? It just makes more sense to me. But anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. And remember, if you're pouring concrete, try to pour early in the morning and don't pour too much. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.